Architectural Review Board meeting to order. Can you please go ahead with roll call?
Lutz, Farley, Brandt.
Here.
Peter Kay.
Here.
Kerrigan. Here. And Mountain.
Here. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We have any motions to approve the minutes from the April 12th Harb meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve and second.
I'll second.
Discussion. Motion carries. I'm sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And this evening we have one new business COA, and that is the 315 Locust Street Apartments installation of a non-illuminated commercial business sign with State Farm logo and dimensional letters, window and door vinyl signage to provide operating hours and services.
I have it as 305. So that's better.
3 o'clock later. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's the owner.
305 Locust Street. All right, would you like to come forward, Tony? You can present.
Oh, I thought it was something.
Yeah, typically we would have that. But yeah.
So what they're proposing is State Farm with logo, identifying the location. It's 15-inch non-illuminated, what are called as flat cut routed letters, and they're stud mounted into the front of the building, and they may dimensionally stand out half an inch. Single color, acrylic, long-lasting, cost-effective. There are some graphics that are going to be going on the windows, basically indicating hours of operation, list of services, things of that nature. There are current graphics on the window, not installed on yet. Those are going to be coming off to the revised graphic artwork. Set of graphics is that's a side door alleyway.
Okay.
So the only graphics that are, it appears they have graphics in the upper tier of the window there. Those are coming out. I'm going to be sent these for bottom profile graphics. And that's all that, to my understanding, is going to remain.
Okay. And the State Farm logo up above the window. Correct.
Yes. And there should be a pattern put on the wall, small holes are drilled, studs in the back of the letter, silicone on the wall. Minimally invasive.
Well, I don't know that I see anything.
I think it's straightforward. Yeah, I agree. I will. I think it makes perfect for over there. I think it's exactly
Well,
what
I
you want.
saw Google Earth of what that looked like
not so long ago.
Yeah. Okay, in that case, we have a motion
I'm a
to approve a COA. And a second?
second.
And motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
So I will be getting emailed the next step in this process.
Yes, I will let Sharon know tomorrow
Okay.
that she needs to contact you.
Sounds good, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, moving on to administrative approvals. There are three listed. 346 Maple Street, installation of a siding, install siding. Shingles, and 419 North 3rd Street, replace wood windows with vinyl on the front of the dwelling.
I'm assuming that 419 North 3rd Street, the replacement windows are in the same style as the existing?
And do we have any public for comments or questions? That would take us to other business. Anyone have anything else?
Yeah, I have actually two things. I don't know. I know my personal course, I've been taking a walking around lately, and I think, with my opinion, I see some things in some properties that maybe we should be bringing, if you see them, I think we should be reporting them to our code enforcement officers who are charged with enforcing this under that section that talks about demolition by neglect. Routine maintenance is required. I see some beautiful properties that are being let go. There's one in particular, I don't even know it's in the historic district. Is that a fine street in the historic district? Between Locust and Walnut?
No.
I thought maybe a long time ago they did expand it there, but
No, Walnut
it's important that if we do see something that's being neglected, that we let Sharon or somebody know. Because I wasn't sure if that was in the district or not, to be honest with you. But
I've done that, nothing happens.
well, it should
Nothing.
be, because that's their job to enforce this ordinance.
Nope.
And I think we should ask for follow-ups, and if we make complaints or we make referrals, we should ask Sharon to talk to us and say, hey, what's going on, like, the complaint I
I
filed.
mean, I would agree with that, but I found it that,
So, well,
well,
I
there
know-
are rental inspections still, because I had to get a rental inspection for
I
a
mean-
tenant who's been there 12 years.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be doing yearly inspections on rentals. They stop on that.
for being neglected, that should be addressed, because, the ordinance states that it should, they need to be reasonably protected against decay and deterioration. They have to be maintained in good repair. And if someone's just letting it go, that's where the code enforcement officer needs to step in and enforce this ordinance. I mean, what's the sense, why sit here, 5 years from now, maybe we're not sitting here, but the next panel is gonna be addressing demolition of that building, because it was neglected. And it could have been stopped if somebody would have stepped in. Because I saw, there's a beautiful house, it's just a shame someone doesn't take the time to just paint a little bit, and it's just gonna rot away. Just the features on the house were beautiful. Well, they were, but you can see there's two of them, one wasn't, you can see the difference. So I think that's something maybe we should talk to, maybe next meeting when Sharon's here, saying, hey, listen, we see something and bring it, we should get a report back as to what's going on.
But I thought now with this board that they were able to get some grant money. So is there going to be grant money available for facades that are not being painted? Because I know in, Elizabethtown, you can get money to repaint the front of the building in their historical district.
That's something they need to look into, that'd be,
Yeah, that would help out some people enormously.
Yeah, especially if you got a free grant to have your front painted.
Right.
It really goes a long way.
but I see the problem, times are, the economy's not great right now, and
Yeah.
you may not have the funds to do those repairs.
And a lot
repaint.
In a lot of those cases too, you have to power wash first and then paint. That sometimes requires scaffolding. I mean, the cost to just do that to some families is out of the question. They can't do it.
Well, if it has lead on it, that's what they're subject to.
Yeah, I mean, but it would enormously help them to have a way to keep
But
their
if
house
there,
nice.
there is money, and Lancaster City has money right now for lead abatement.
Mhm.
So I would think that Columbia should be able to get some of that federal money to use in the Harb district.
It's just a shame when you see some of the things that are not being maintained. I don't see a lot. I saw one particular, it's not even in the district, so that could be handled under the property maintenance code though, but you wouldn't want, I wouldn't want to see properties deteriorate just because someone didn't have the money. Like you said, we get grant money, that'd be
Right.
great, help them out. So I know it's a big, you know, it's one of the features this town has that I would like to see maintained forever is our historic value. I mean, some of these, you gotta walk, you know, I tell people, when you come to Columbia, don't walk with your head straight, walk with your eyes up. You're gonna see things you're not gonna see other places. You're gonna see features on buildings that you're just not gonna see somewhere else. You gotta take the time to look. And they're beautiful.
Well, the other thing is now that they don't issue the building permits that you put in the window anymore. You can't
Well,
tell who
they
got,
should.
they don't.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, see, I think there's also, I'm gonna bring, this is my second topic, because I think the ordinance needs some language change. Well, when we got, because I mean, I do want to move on to the other, I don't want to hold us here all night. But I think it's something I think we should just be aware of and maybe talk to Sharon next meeting, like, hey, if we see something that's in neglect, that we would like to hear back as to what's being done in the enforcement of this chapter. The second is, some of these things I'm hearing, as I read this ordinance, shouldn't even be coming before us. This sign, for instance. The ordinance says the actions requiring a certificate of appropriateness. It's, you know, any activity requiring a building permit. Don't confuse that with a zoning permit. A building permit is issued by the, goes to the Department of Labor standards under the Pennsylvania Uniform Construction Code. And just like I heard earlier, we had an administrative proof for shingles to shingles. That doesn't require a building permit.
Correct.
So why are we here? Why is that even? That's why you
The reason why we probably had this today is because they're gonna nail that into the brick. So that brick is gonna get pinned, and that's probably what.
But reading the ordinance, we shouldn't be here. That should probably be changed to say anything requiring a building or zoning permit. Because right now, if the shingles doesn't require a building permit. Putting that sign in the window does not require a building permit. Putting an electrical sign in will probably require a building permit. And you're both the electrical code in, and you're gonna need electrical inspection under the UCC. I want to email Sharon if you're okay with that. Just ask her, where am I wrong with this? Maybe there's something in the zoning ordinance I don't know about.
Maybe they're trying to control what people put up as far as signs.
Yeah. But we have to have a legislative backing to do that, and that would be as simple as making an ordinance change. Well, it's not that simple, you have to advertise, but still, I want to email Sharon if you're okay with that, and say, where am I wrong with this? Do we need to change this ordinance? I saw that other one where we were still referring to national park standards. That guy says it's completely wrong. So we'd be giving people bad advice if he's right. I mean, I'm not just one person, yeah. But he seemed like he knew what he was talking about.
I've been looking for it, all the stuff he showed us and told us. Now I've been looking at the
Oh, yeah.
brick spalling and the mortar and the,
I just hope I didn't get a chance to. My barber, Mark Rocky, up on Walnut Street, inside of his, all his paint's coming off the inside of the wall.
Mhm.
He probably has the exterior painted wrong.
okay.
So, all bubbly in there. But I'll ask Sharon, I think there might need to be a name, because I'm big on following, that's what I do for a living, you know, it's like, and I don't think we're hearing things that we should be hearing we don't have the backing of the ordinance saying it's something we can legislate. It would have to be, well, first of all, Borough Council would have to agree to do it, then it would have to be advertised, and then it would have to be voted upon by Borough Council to approve that amendment to the ordinance.
We have to recommend it.
Mhm.
They decide.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about just an ordinance change, changing the language in the ordinance which governs what we do. This whole chapter 130 tells us what we can do and what we can't do. And
In this case, it doesn't give the clerk.
no, this one here, no, this did not, just putting a sign up and unless it was specifically called out in the solo on the plan, which I doubt very much it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would not require, don't confuse building with zoning, because there's building permits and then there's building permits that are under the Pennsylvania Uniform Construction Code. And I think maybe that was just somebody who wrote this ordinance, might have been commingling the two, thinking, oh, a building permit is the same as a zoning permit, and they're not.
I know in Lancaster City I had to do actual building permits in addition to zoning or signing.
They might have,
something to build.
they might have amendments, I know Columbia has no amendments.
I've always seen a building permit to attach to a building.
Probably.
I thought it
some
all
places-
hinged on this,
Right. I think that's
that
correct.
this was what caused
Yeah,
it
there-
to come before
That
us.
was, there was no building, so you said there was no building permit. In some municipalities, you can amend the Pennsylvania Uniform Construction Code in certain areas, but that has to be done by Borough Council, and has to have, that also has to have
And
hearings.
we won't issue any building permits until the complete approval process.
Yeah.
But then will he be issued one if it's approved by council?
Correct.
So he
Are
Are
will
you
get
getting a
one.
bill, did he apply
You'll
for
get a zoning permit.
zoning permit?
Zoning permit,
So
different.
we should be hearing cases before
Flyers, no building
Yeah, we do.
permit application.
Right, then it
Yeah,
should
there's two
come
different
before us.
processes.
It should not be coming before us. Even though I think it probably should come before us, because we want to keep the
Correct.
character of the,
Yeah.
you know,
And
some
then if
crazy
that's the
sign.
case, the language would need to be,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they could have wanted to put, LED versions.
Right.
Yeah, that might require, because you're putting electrical code into it, or a building permit.
I personally would have wanted LED, but it doesn't matter where it went.
I kind of like, I'm not, LED I think is cool, but
Well, I mean, Sharon's not here, but
Like relevant.
I imagine that she wants to be real careful too about what does come before us, you know, making sure that,
well, but, you know, like I saw the administrative approval, of shingles to shingles, that does not require a building permit. And
correct.
unless you had the amendments, I know Columbia has none to the UCC. We have none, I've already checked, we have none. So,
Was that why something like that?
could happen in
Required
Lancaster.
An administrator?
Well, no, I mean, it shouldn't need an administrative approval. It shouldn't need anything under Harb. The way the ordinance is written, if you're putting together, you have a solid out, you have your plans, we need to look them over. But I just like to be on strong. We're not gonna win. And I'll talk to Sharon about the language, because I think it's a simple one word, building permit to building / zoning permit. Problem solved.
so
That's
both of
simple.
these issues you're gonna bring up next month?
I'm gonna email Sharon tomorrow and say something to her, like, hey, 'cause maybe I'm wrong, maybe there's something in the zoning ordinance that directs the Harb to do this, but I couldn't find anything in the zoning ordinance either. But maybe I didn't read it thoroughly, you know, it's not really interesting. So, I'll bring it up to Sharon, but maybe we need to do some, I would like to see that whole ordinance rewritten at one point, because I don't like the way it's constructed. So, that's all I have, I'll get off my soapbox.
Motion to adjourn,
So moved.
second. All those in favor?
Aye. I mean.
Dinner.